Hmm. Hmm. Sorry if I'm not speaking, I believe there's some technical difficulties with the stream. Because for me, it says that I'm not streaming. Which is a little bit weird. Hopefully someone can confirm that I actually am streaming, because it's not telling me that I am. Even though it says in the top right I am. So, I'm a little bit confused. I will go through everything in a moment. I don't know what is going on. There we go. Right. So it's eventually kicked in. Hello everyone and welcome to Inside Line Racing round number 9 here at Japan. I'm sorry if you can hear a dog barking in the background. I don't know whose that is. But yeah, well, ignore the dog and focus on qualifying. This is ILR6, maybe an unusual voice. The usual commentator, I believe, is Graham, and obviously he's not able to make it today, so I'm his replacement. I have commentated ILR6 before, so I do know a few of these drivers, and as everyone is currently about to go out for the second runs, I will go through the drivers and constructors standings. Please tell me if I can get any of these names wrong that I do read out. I am human. I will get things wrong. So, winning the championship is Donraj with 129 points. Second is King MJ with 126. Third is Dan with 113. Then a massive gap to Noel Patrick with 69. MK Bourne with 58. Bastos 54. J.Y. Pinsky 51, Wotan on 50, and then Sir Lane 32, Dansgar 22, Smudge 18, Swome 14, same as Johnny, Speed Iceman on 13, Nas 10, Gazaman 8, Johnny 7, Lord Elephant 6, Ryan Berry 6, and Monkey Meg 2. And then I'll quickly go and check the constructors. Leading the constructors are Ferrari with 180 points. Then Mercedes are second with 135. Third is Renault with 120. Then a big gap to Red Bull 75. Toro Rosso 68. Force India 64. Williams 53. Sauber 40. McLaren 32. And Haas on 27. So, as we're about to go below the 10-minute mark, Dan is currently on provisional pole with 27.4. This seems to be quite a large mix of tyres, a few on the mediums, a few on the softs, and a few on the supers. So that could just indicate different strategies, or there's rain, I don't know. Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. I do believe that Ferrari can win the Constructors today. They are winning by 45 points. The maximum you can get is 43. So as it stands, if it was to both Ferrari drivers and Mercedes drivers, if they were both to retire, as King MJ retires from the session, and he's currently down in 14th, then oh, that's Vettel spinning a corner where Vettel spun in real life. Yeah, spinning at Spoon. Has somehow ran wide on the right-hander, flat out leading up to Spoon. I've never seen anyone go off at that corner before. Wow, as he's now going along the grass, mowing the lawn, and now he's back on track. So King MJ is out, which is big for the Constructors and big for the drivers' standings. But yeah, no one can win the drivers' standings yet, but Constructors can be won today, as there are only 2 more rounds left after this one, which is USA and Brazil. So let's actually get on to being on board with someone else. Johnny, big lock up there into the hairpin. We'll carry on board with the Force India driver. Not gone too well for him this championship. Currently down in what I believe is 14th. Going through Spoon Curve now. The best person who's done their lap on the softs is currently no one. So he'll be the first soft runner on the board. There are a lot of people who have opted for the mediums, which is a little bit weird, but okay. Dan improves on his lap time, does a 27.1, extends his lead on provisional pole. What can Johnny do on a set of softs? A 28.6, goes third. Wow, there's a big gap from second to third. A 1.2 second gap, that's quite a large gap. And now Johnny retires. Quite interesting, 3 retirements in quali. Not usually you see that. Bastos is up by 3 tenths on his lap, as he's just come through the hairpin. Needs to improve significantly in this final sector, as he's actually getting a tow, I believe. I think it's off a Merc. But yeah, he just needed quite a big tow, as Suomi goes 4th with also a 28.6. 100th behind Johnny. And now Bastos is about to come through 130R. Well, a little bit of a tow off, I believe that is a Merc. It is. It's Lord Elephant who's got the tow off. What will his lap time be? It is a 27 or 28.0. So Dan and Donraj, please say if there's an easy name, seem to be setting the very quick early pace. Johnny's coming in. Suomi's back on another lap, but may back off. Old Elephant is on a lap, but has ended up coming up behind Bastos, so not actually on a proper flying lap. Ryan Berry next on a set of softs is only up by 100, not 100, a tenth. Coming into the chicane. Takes it quite nicely, but is slowing down, so yeah, there's a pit stop. Speed Iceman is on a lap. Coming through Spoon. I believe they're on a lap. Hello, Johnny. Hello, Lenny. I'm doing alright. As Speed Iceman comes through 130R flat out. Haas currently bottom of the Constructors. Might want to get themselves off the Wooden Spoon Award. As it comes for the final chicane, what will his lap time be? It will be a 28.7, which puts him up into 6th. Not a bad lap. Yeah, Swome's going to be backing off. Swome actually improved into 28.4, so not too bad. Sir Lane is on a lap now, coming through the first sector. The S section. Monkey Meg also in the first sector. Vettel is not on a lap. MK Bourne not on a lap. Moras, if that's how you say his name correctly, his or her name, don't actually misinterpret. They've just started a lap, so I've gone board with Sir Lane, as I believe he is the nearest person to crossing the line. He's on a set of softs, so expect to see him challenge Swome. He won't obviously be challenging Dan or Don Raj, as they are seemingly superior to the others and or also on supers. Coming up to 130R. Don't know if he's up or down. He's only 3 tenths off the best soft runner at the moment anyway. So just a little improvement needed as he locks up the inside front coming into the final chicane. Gets a pretty good exit though, doesn't clip the curb, doesn't take the bump too much, and it's going to be a 28.2, and that puts him 4th, and that is the quickest soft lap time on the board. And that is a Toro Rosso going very slow and in his way. That was MK Bourne, and Morris isn't on a lap. People in the chat, if you want to put your predictions for pole, I think it's only a 2-horse race anyway. As MK Bourne now retires. Morris will probably be pitting. Get ready for the final run, maybe not. Pretty confused at that. Don't know why they're carrying on, because they're not meant to pit anymore. And there's no ERS left. Slightly confused. Is Monkey Meg close to finishing? Nope, Monkey Meg's back on another lap. As people are starting to come out on their out laps for the final set of laps. The last lap showdown, I like to call it. Coming up to the hairpin, and I believe he's got an AI. I don't know. Anyway, coming up through Spoon, it looked like he was in AI coming out the exit of the hairpin, but I'm not 100% sure. Coming now down, roaring in the number 73 car. On the run to the final chicane, is up by half a second, so it's going to be around about 9th. If they can nail this final, miss the apex of the second part of the chicane. What will it be, however? It'll be a 29.3, and they don't go anywhere. Bastos is on a lap. Yes, he is. Coming through the right hander before Spoon. Now coming into Spoon. What can he do? Needs to have a massive improvement to be challenging the top 2. But you never know. He needs to push as his teammates down in 16th, and they can possibly win the Constructors today. Doesn't seem like he's on a lap that will challenge the top 2. It could be a slight improvement, but not an improvement that will put him anywhere better. As he comes up to the line, what will it be? 28.0, not an improvement. Donrad just started a lap, Dan's just started a lap, Vettel is in the first sector, Monkey Meg not on a lap, Ryan Berry coming through the final chicane. What can he do as people are starting to retire now? Ryan Berry to the line, what will it be? It will be a 28.4, and that puts him in 7th. Bastos might be on another lap, I don't know. Actually, aren't that many people left on laps. You've got Donraj, Dan, Vettel, and that's it. So Donraj is next, I believe. You go back, yes, he is. coming up to 130R. This is going to be important as his championship rival is down in 16th. Needs to improve by literally just a tad more than 3 attempts. Ryan Berry retires and will be 7th for now. But onto Don Rogers, takes the final chicane very nicely. Will it be pole? No, it's not. It's a very, very small improvement. So unless Vettel pulls a miracle out of a hat, it looks like Dan is going to be on pole. Vettel will put himself nowhere as an improvement. Dan through the final corner, can he improve and get to 26? It will be an improvement. It is a 126.9, so it gets pole by half a second in the Renault, and Lord Elephant is not on a lap, so that is it for qualifying. Seems to be a lot of mix on which tyre everyone was using. A few super soft runners, a few soft, a medium runner. So interesting. Wotum, if that's how you say his name, in 4th, a 28.1, best lap time on the soft, so fairly impressive from himself. So I'm going to go through the grid. So Dan is on par with a 126.9. Sorry about that. Don Rogers in 2nd, Bastos 3rd, Wotum 4th, Solane 5th, Swome 6th, Ryan Berry 7th, Lord Elephant 8th, Johnny 9th, and Speed Iceman 10th. Outside the top 10 is Noel Petrick, Monkey Meg, ILR Vettel, MK Bourne, Morris 25, King MJ, ILRT Johnny, and ILRT Smudge. Bottom 3 were yet, well, didn't set a lap time. I don't know if there's any quality bans or anything, so I don't know. People in the chat want to put their predictions for the top 3 for this Grand Prix and say yes or no if you think Ferrari will win the Constructors today. All they need to do is make sure that they do not get outscored by 3 points. All they need to do. But Mercedes are in a better position as it stands. Jordy says Don and you won't, or you what, I don't know how I say his name. Let's start for the formation lap. Clear as daylight. So see what everyone's tyres are on outside the top 10. So mainly softs for everyone outside the top 10 except for MK Bourne and Noel Petrick, who have decided to go on a set of mediums for this Grand Prix, or for the start of this Grand Prix. Which is rather interesting, as the mediums will take a little while to heat up, and also King MJ is on a set of mediums. I almost missed it. And then the 5 Supers runners are Dan, Don, Bastos, Ryan and Lord Elephant. How's the yellow flags? Bit weird how there's yellow flags on a formation lap, but okay. We can ignore it. Bear in mind also about the constructors, we cannot rule out Renault. They are 60 points behind, so they are not out of it, but they do kind of need a miracle to win it. So as everyone, Dan's about to line up, and then the rest of the grid will. And Monkey Meg was the only disqualification from the formation lap. Dan will have the outside line depending on his start. Pretty good camera angle there, as you can see his view into turn 1. As the remainder of the grid will be lining up. As we get ready. 2, 3, 4 and 5 red lights. And away we go for the Japanese Grand Prix. It looks like Don's got off to a fairly good start, but actually Dan on the later getaway has actually done really well. Wilton down the inside of Bastos into turn 1, gets the move done. There's a Red Bull off in the background of Ryan Berry, who's going to be losing a few positions, trying to get back on track. Other than that, it seems fairly clean. We've got Johnny and Noel going side by side, and Noel's able to keep the position. No drastic crashes, and Monkey Meg actually is off, and he's spun around and has hit the wall in the first sector somewhere. But other than that, I say it has been a fairly clean start. Yes, it has. No one has crashed out. So Dan leads, followed by Don, followed by Bastos. Bastos has been able to re-overtake Wotum at some point in lap 1. Speed Iceman is all over the back of Lord Elephant. Hassie seems to be doing very well at the start of this Grand Prix. Oh, but Speed Iceman misses his braking point. He's able to rejoin behind Noel Petrick, but gets a run on Noel Petrick again, and now they're going to go side by side. Are they going to make contact? Are they going to go side by side into 130R? Are they going to go side by side? Yes, they are. Noel Petrick around the outside of 130R. It's still down the inside again at the chicane, but Speed Iceman is able to hold on. If Noel was able to get that position on the outside of 130R, that would have been brilliant. Now here comes Noel again with a run, a little bit of a toe. He's going to go down the inside of turn 1. Will Speed Iceman try and cover it off? Yes, he will get shoved off a little bit. Still hanging it in there, but Noel Petrick keeps the position and gets it ultimately, and is up into P. I've lost position P8. Dan, a really good start, and Vettel though, Iceman is around. He has also spun round in the first sector. So as I say, Haas's start of the Grand Prix was going very well. There is now a Haas backwards in the first sector. So Dan is already starting to pull the gap, and there's more yellow flags in sector 1 as Speed Iceman's now hit the wall through Dunlop Curve. And there's more yellow flags. Is that him? I don't know. Something has happened to Johnny. Johnny has wing damage, so that's not going to help Renault in their situation. Wilson's quite close to Bastos, and there's quite a bit of a gap from Jerome. Anyone really close? No. Ryan Berry close to Johnny. Is he going to go around the outside? He's got the superior grip. He's going to try it. What excellent move. Johnny got caught napping. But actually, Johnny's got a fairly good run. Ooh, taps the back of Ryan Berry. Has that actually given him wing damage? Yes, it has. Johnny has got slight wing damage now. There's Johnny pits. There's two Johnnies. The Johnny and the Renault was pit. And now Vettel's trying it around the outside of this Johnny. And can't get the move done. I'll call this one Johnny R. Speed Lastman gets a stop-go penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Meanwhile, back up towards the front, the battle for third place is heating up from third down to sixth. It's a nice little battle. Bastos' tyres seem to be not holding up as well as the soft runners, even though the race from the supers is quite a fairly easy one-stop race. Dan pulling out already a 1.7 second lead to Don. So Dan seems to be trying to keep his championship hopes alive. He's only 16 or so points behind, so it could be a three-way fight going into the final race. Wilson seems to be getting really close to Bastos. He's getting through 130R. Will he pull to the outside of the inside? It's the inside, brakes late. Bastos has to leave the room. They go side by side for the final chicane. Oh, Wilson's been squeezed off. Suom's going to try and take the position as he goes off onto the grass. Oh, he's off and he's out. He went on the grass and spun and he's out of the Grand Prix. Now it's Wilson and Sir Lane. And Wilson keeps the position, but does go on the AstroTurf. But Wilson keeps the position. Unlucky for Suom. Haas's race has started off brilliantly and has now ended up in horrifying scenes. Suom lost it on the grass trying to pass Wilson, but that is definitely unfortunate, and he is the first retirement of the night. Ryan Berry, I believe, has the first track extending penalty of the night. Bastos 3 seconds behind Don, so there's an obvious pace difference. Lord Elephant does keep in there. He's also on a set of super softs that will have a little bit of life left, but not much. Wotum again closing in on Bastos, probably a little bit too far back this time. Runs heavily wide. That will be a track extending warning. Doesn't go for it this time, as he'll know the consequence after trying it last lap. And now King MJ and Johnny. Oh! Ooh, they hit each other through 130 on MK Bourne down the inside of King MJ. No, isn't able to get it. King MJ keeps the position, but MK Bourne will have DRS now down the main straight. Jamie couldn't keep the car in a straight line. And MK Bourne trying to smudge to, tries it around the outside. Jamie as well gets the move done. And he's going to get the move done on MK Bourne as well. No, he's not. So championship contender loses out on 2 positions in a corner. Not what he wants. But anyhow, excellent driving from all of them. Okay, Bond doesn't get the best of exits, which allows Smudge to close up. Doesn't go for it though. Johnny seems to be struggling. Johnny R, I'm all about. Gap's now 4 seconds to second place as Johnny and the Renault has left. So I can call Johnny R now Johnny. Nice little train here, 3rd to 6th. Supers are going to be pretty much at the limit by this point. Softs will be quicker. Wotum's closing. Will he go for it down the side of 130R? No, has to hold fire. Will he go for it down the side of the final chicane? And that's Sir Lane. Wow, what a move. What a move. Bastos has been caught asleep. So's your Wotum. Oh, big crash on the main straight. And Sir Lane's round. Lord Elephant is out too. He's been collected. Big crash down the main straight. Lord Elephant and Wotum is out of the Grand Prix. And now Smudge has passed MK Bourne into P7 now. Wow, that was a big crash. Sir Lane has no wing. And that helps Ferrari massively. As it would stand, with Jamie in 10th, the gap would be 43. actually. Yeah, as it stands, Mercedes are still in it. If Jamie passes Sir Lane, which Sir Lane has damage, Ferrari will be provisionally winning the Constructors. Oh wait, no, I'm completely doing this wrong. Ferrari can't even win the Constructors. I'm being stupid there. Well, they can actually, but I forgot there's 2 races left, not 1. They need to be ahead by 86 points, which is possible, but they need a 1-2. So I was being a little bit stupid there. Apologies. But anyway, Jamie trying it around the outside and gets moved up fairly comfortably. Sir Lane just basically has no wing left. So Sir Lane pits. Now on board ILR Vettel, as he was close to Ryan Berry from what I saw from the timings. Bastos now has dropped 8 seconds. 8 seconds to the top 2. Wow. His supers must have completely hit a brick or something. As Noel is closing in, Smudge is now on the back of his teammate, who's on the back of Ryan Berry. I think supers are basically done for now, as Ryan Berry is struggling on the set of supers. Oh, Smudge getting really close to his teammate there. He's really close. Oh, and Don's got to stop go for exceeding track limits. Well, that is rather large. Oh, Vettel locks up, which disrupts his teammate. So if you can hear my mic muffling there, it just drop off my head. As Ryan Berry pits on lap 7. Smudge is now got to run on his teammate. Will he go to the inside or the outside? It's the inside. Will he go for it down the side of his own teammate? Yes, he will. Oh, and he's hit the wall. Oh, he clipped the inside curb and went spinning round. And that now puts Jamie up again. And Smudge is off again. Oh, Johnny there. Wow. Hectic Grand Prix. Noel now closing in on Bastos. Bastos' tyres will be shot at this point. Now what can Noel do? He will have the run. Will have the superior grip now. Has got a run on Bastos coming through 130 up. There's Dan pits. Will Don pit? Yes, he does. And Noel down the inside of Bastos into the final chicane. Slight contact. Bastos goes a little bit wide again. Bastos may pit. Bastos does. So Noel will inherit the lead for now. Where will Dan come out, as Dan was leading? It may actually be... Oh, is it going to be behind? It is behind. What about MK Bourne? It's going to be really close. It's just ahead of MK Bourne, which is what he needed, as Jamie was also there. But he doesn't get the best of exits. And Don has had to serve his stop go. So Don is down now 9-10 seconds behind Dan. Jamie looks like he is on a charge. Jamie's worst finishing position so far this season is 6th. And right now he's on course for about an 8th. So that good as Moras is out of the Grand Prix. Where's that at? That is at the entrance to the hairpin. That's a pretty interesting place to lose it. One thing I forgot to say, but I'll say it now. I will not be doing podium interviews as it's not my rightful place to do that. I'll leave that for Gran when he returns, hopefully next week. Okay, Bond doing quite well to stick with Dan, seemingly as Dan is on the fresher tyre, but he has to get his tyres to warm up first, obviously. As Dan is actually closing in on Vettel, which could be an important factor as NK Bond's ran wide, and that's Jamie's chance. Jamie's got an opportunity. NK Bond made an error and he needs to capitalise on another error like that as Ryan Berry pits again. I don't know what has happened to Ryan, but he seems to be well out of it now. And that will yet again promote Jamie up another position. And Smudge picks up his 3-second time penalty, but he's currently down to 13th. So Warner's gone off, sector 2. Who is it? I don't know. But anyway, Dan on the back of Vettel now. Will Vettel let him go easily? I don't know. Dan's got to run with his switch to the inside or the outside. It's going to be the inside. Vettel doesn't seem to be challenging it. No, Dan gets past fairly easily. Vettel doesn't really let him go. Jamie down the inside of MK Bourne. And NK Bourne has gone straight on at the chicane. Doesn't get a penalty. Could have been a warning though. But yeah, NK Bourne keeps the position. For 1 second. Okay, Mike seemingly was playing up a little bit. My audio seems to be going really weird. Do I sound any different? Because my game seems to be either glitching out or something's going on. Right, we'll see if that's better. I think I'm having a few mic issues at the moment. Right, that's better. My mic seems to be working a little bit better now. As Jamie is now closing in on MK Bourne again. That's not the same. My mic seems to be cutting out for audio. But anyway, Jamie down the inside of 130. Oh, big contact! And NK Bourne has got wing damage. And that's a significant chunk of his wing gone, and that will require a pit stop to fix. And is actually slowing down to a ridiculous speed. So that promotes Jamie up into 4th. When Jamie pits, it will be my mic audio seems to be really going now. When Jamie comes out, it will be around about 7th, I believe, possibly 8th. Oh, and Smudge has actually passed MK Bourne into turn 1. MK Bourne's on a set of softs, which will go to the end, I think, just. It seems to be a battle, but the Speed Iceman seems to be closing in, so it could be a three-way battle for ninth. I'm losing game audio by the minute. Oh, that was MK Bourne clipping the grass there going into 130R. But unusual to clip the grass into 130R. You don't really be doing that. You could easily spin and crash. Don is closing in on Jamie. This could be a battle we want to see. A battle between first and second in the championship. Technically it's not for position, but who doesn't love seeing a championship battle scrap? Same thing. So Don will probably close up within 2 to 3 laps. Jamie will probably pit right about lap 20, I want to say. Seems to be close to 1.6 seconds. But actually Jamie's closing in on Vettel, so this could be interesting. Could perhaps be a three-way battle as Vettel and Jamie are yet to pit. Meanwhile, Don is going to the end. Bear in mind, Noel is actually having a storm of a race. Who's going to catch who first? Will Jamie catch Vettel first, or will Don catch Jamie first? It's looking like it's a latter, and Don will catch Jamie first. Both gaps are 1.1. Coming into Spoon, it's really close. Don's within that second window, meanwhile Jamie isn't. Which is going to be huge. Through the final corner, who has DRS? It is Don with the DRS. Jamie doesn't have it. I think Don's a little bit too far back though. And he is, they'll have to try again. The longer Don gets held up by these though, the more this will help Noel Petrick. Noel Petrick ruled him out of the championship. He's not completely ruled out. He's basically ruled out, but not completely. Okay, Bond with a 3-second time penalty. Don seems to be struggling behind Jamie, and Jamie's now within DRS range of Vettel, so it is now a 3-car train as Don seems to be making some slight errors into the heavier braking points. Vettel will be pitting either this lap or next, I believe, or could be 2 or 3 actually. Don is closer to Jamie, but I don't think he'll go for it. Oh, slight errors from Jamie and Vettel. Here comes Don with a very good exit. Vettel's hit the wall, and Jamie's been hit. I don't know what happened with Vettel, but Jamie's been hit. Vettel, from what it looks like, hit the pit wall. Oh, and Don's now been hit, oh no, hit off, but it's like squeezed off by Vettel, and Vettel lets him through. I don't know what happened with Don and Jamie. Oh no, Patrick has spun! No, he was on for such a good race, and he spun round at Dunlop curve. Oh no, that was such a good race for him, and he spun and hit the wall. Oh, that is so unfortunate. Jamie now closing in on Vettel. Vettel will be pitting this lap. Jamie isn't. Oh, hello. Don's being held up by Knowles AI. Oh, side pod contact. And I thought for a second we're going side by side, but they aren't. And this is where Vettel will actually get massively held up here. Vettel, is he going to send it down the inside of Knoll? No, he's not. And Knoll actually gets a stop-go penalty. And Vettel will follow him in. I think Vettel, the previous lap, was trying to pit and missed. Don is now 10 seconds behind Dan, so basically that confirms that Dan has won this race. And Jamie is now up into third position, but obviously is still yet to pit. Vettel's on a set of super softs and comes out in P7 very comfortably. Yeah, it's a masterclass from Jamie. 16th to well, third for now. It will be 7th though, but if you can get the positions back up, it will perhaps be 5th. Jamie can get a 5th out of this race, or 4th actually. Be 4th once he goes down. Can't get any more unless there's a safety car. Or a VSC for that matter. But I think Jamie does need to push, as he is going to pit soon. Smudge on the back of Noel Petrick. Noel Petrick is trying to recover a race that he could have very well had a podium chance. So he's going to try and get away from Smudge and just hold out P8, because he's nowhere near any other car other than the two behind him. So yeah, quite disappointing for him there. Could have had 15 points, is now going to get 4. Quite a large difference, as Jamie's gone round again. He may pick this lap coming up, as Vettel is now within DRS range of Johnny, and will need to get through the grid fairly quickly, as he's on a set of super softs and the guys ahead are on a set of medium superior grip. Doesn't seem to be closing up through the corners, which is quite surprising, as he is on the better tyre. Ooh, slight lock up on the inside front by Vettel. Hello, Alex. Oh, I wasn't even looking. Vettel's gone off. Wow, I wasn't even looking. I was looking at Alice commenting, and he'd come back and Vettel has had an off. So that once again is actually going to help Jamie. As Jamie carries on again, I don't see why he should carry on. Oh, and that's Johnny passing Sir Lane into turn 1 fairly comfortably, I would say. Now this could also help Jamie, and no, something seems to be wrong with the timing screens, because Johnny is not 600ths behind Bastos. It's not like they give me a... There we go, it's a little bit better. It's not... That time screen's glitched, so we're going to have to go with the leader one. Yeah, Jamie is about 19 seconds... Oh! Oh, so then in the back of Johnny going into the hairpin. I guess Johnny braking a little bit early, caught Sir Lane by surprise. Now, I'm surprised if Jamie doesn't pick this lap. His tyres look like they're a little bit worn. And yeah, he is boxing. So he should come out. If it's a decent pit stop, it will just be ahead of Vettel. It is a fairly good pit stop. Now, where will he come out? I think it's going to be behind all of them. It is. It's going to be behind all of them. Ah, that's not what he wanted. But they are all battling, so I suppose that could help him. So this will be the beginning of this train. There we go, my timing screens have once again sorted themselves out. This is a battle for 4th place, and Jamie will close up. Jamie's on the freshest tyres here. These three are battling, so it's going to be a 4-way battle for 4th. And this could be big in terms of, oh, that Speed Iceman off. I believe, yes, he's hit the wall, perhaps at Dunlop. Seems to be taking a lot of victims, that corner. Back up over this battle. Johnny's going to go down the inside of Sir Lane. It's a 130. Oh, they're going to go side by side. Will Sir Lane keep it around the outside? He'll try. Doesn't get it. Goes a little bit wide. Loses the position to Johnny. Johnny's on the slightly fresher compound of medium, and Sir Lane pivots. Wow. Now that has caught me by surprise. I don't see why he's gone for the 2-stop, because it's going to knock him down into 10th, which I'm a tad confused by. He could have gone to the end on the set of mediums. Perhaps he just weren't very comfortable. He's ahead of Ryan Berry. You can see Ryan Berry in the background. But anyway, back up over this 3-way battle now for 4th place between Johnny, Vettel and Jamie. Jamie is up currently now. How many positions is it? Oh, wrong one. Up 10. Potentially up 12 if we can pass these two drivers on the quickest and freshest rubber out of the 3. And Dan sets the fastest lap. Wow, so Dan really still putting some more pace in on 13 lap old mediums. But to be fair, I do believe Jamie will smash the fastest lap as he's closing in on Vettel. Vettel's closing in on Johnny. Will he go for it into the chicane? He will, I think. He's got to run, he's got to run. He's going to try it down the side. He's going on the grass. Jamie's had to miss his braking point. He's now going to go down the side of Vettel. Can't get it done. Oh, okay, that's... keep getting me every time. Vettel's closing in on Johnny. Jamie's going to have to stick him behind. Perhaps Johnny's actually going to lose both positions. He is. So, Vettel up into 4th. Jamie up into 5th. Super softs compared to mediums, we know who's going to win. Smudge and MK Bourne are going at it, and MK Bourne has passed Smudge for P8. Going to back and forth the more important battle. This could be big for the constructors, even though it's only a gap of 2 points, and Vettel picks up a 3-second time penalty, which could perhaps guarantee Jamie's 4th place, perhaps higher depending on if anything happens to the front 3. Commentator's curse perhaps. We'll see if it is a real thing or not. The Alice curse seems to be there, so how about a commentator's curse? Jamie seems to be all over the back of Vettel. Vettel can't seemingly get much out of his tyres anymore. He's done more than half the tyre life. He's now always got to, he has to pass him, plus he has to watch out for Jamie behind. Not Jamie, Johnny. And Jamie tries it around the outside of the chicane. Wow, Vettel just didn't even fight it. Wow, so Jamie really comfortably up into 4th. Very comfortably up into 4th. Monkey Meg picks up a stop-go penalty, but is currently down in 12th, so it won't make a difference. Johnny seems to be all over the back of Vettel. Vettel seems to have already destroyed his supers, and he has another 4 laps to do on them. But anyway, Speed Iceman says the fastest lap of the 129.7. My accent went slightly weird there. The driver of the day, I think, as it stands, as it probably will stand, is Jamie. Excellent drive. 16th to 4th. Keeps his championship hopes alive, definitely. Only actually loses out 6 points to Don. Loses out on 13 points to Dan, however. So it is a 3-way scrap for the championship. Noel can no longer win the championship, so it is just them 3. Johnny still too far back, and the royal yellow flag is set to 3. His NK Bourne has gone off and is trying to. Which I have to say is a little bit dangerous, as now his AI is strolling down the main straight as it's now coming to a halt. Let's give this man some airtime. Dan, XCI Dan, starting his 3rd to last lap now. It will be his 3rd win of the season. So then Don, Jamie and Dan will all have 3 race wins to their name this season. We only have 3 different race winners, which is incredible. Only 3. Just seems to be dominating the race. Has dominated the race since lap 1. Dom was close in the first stint, but then got the stop go and hasn't really matched his pace at all. Half a second pole. Only person to get into the 26s. It has genuinely been a flawless drive from the Renault driver. Renault and the constructors are basically out of it. They will be 15, 27, 25. They'll be 62 points behind. And with 2 races to go, I don't see them clawing that back. There is actually a Haas of Speed Iceman. It's closing to try and unlap himself from the race leader. Hopefully nothing like a Verstappen and Ocon incident occurs. Otherwise there'll be a lot of controversy. Let's get off board with Dan for now, as Johnny is closing in on Vettel. Vettel's tyres seem to be going now. Noel Petrick is also now here. So he perhaps could be able to regain his race and put himself back up into P5, which is respectable after hitting the wall. Johnny locks up massively. Since we're struggling in the hang is only 4 attempts behind. Will he go for it into turn 1? Will he be alongside? It doesn't look like it. No, he's not. You need to watch out for Noel as well. Noel's probably on the better tyres now out of the trio. Oh, Vettel's run slightly wide. Oh, Noel's getting closer. I think he's going to go for it into the hairpin on Johnny. Because from what I've noticed, Johnny seems to break early at the hairpin. Oh, no, maybe not. He's lost the back end. Will Johnny go for it? No, he doesn't. As these guys coming up to the lead up to Spoon for the penultimate time. I've now got pins and needles in my foot. Not a great time. Ow. Oh, that's... Oh, no, down the inside. Sebastian Vettel-esque, and Johnny picks up a penalty for that. That's very undeserved. I have to agree, that's a very undeserved penalty for being put off the track. So that may be taken up at the end of the race if he drops a few positions, or could perhaps gain on Vettel. But starting the final lap for these lot, Dan has already started his final lap. We'll keep on board with these three to see if they get any closer. Where is Dan at the moment? Dan is coming to the hairpin for the final time. As I said, there'll be no podium interviews, as I'll leave Graham to do that for when he's back. Don't have a main commentary role. I'm just a backup, so do backup duties. Vettel seems to get out of Johnny's range. Yeah, nothing seems to be happening here, so we'll go on board with Dan as Dan's come through Spoon for the final time. Dominant race, has kind of backed off a bit on these final few laps as Don has caught. I think Speed Iceman up ahead is trying to let Dan re-overtake him. Don't think he wants to do another lap, but maybe, maybe not. Yeah, he's going to let him through. Dan through the final corner will win for the 3rd time this season, closes up to the championship lead, and is a winner of the Japanese Grand Prix. Has led every single lap, well, not led every lap that he could possibly have led. That is Don in 2nd, Bastos 3rd, Jamie 4th with an absolute wonder drive. Well, Jamie 4th, sorry, with a wonder drive. Anything going to happen here? Will Johnny go for it? No, no, where's he going? Oh, Johnny's pushing his way past Vettel. Who's going to do it on the run to the line? He's been side by side. No, and Johnny's got it on penalties. Noel actually gets them on penalties. Sir Lane's got the 7th, Vettel 8th, Smudge 9th, and Ryan Berry possibly will take 10th, depending on Monkey Meg. Wow. So Noel's Noel's ambitious dive bomb actually paid off, but he did have a help on the penalty side of things. But yeah, that has been it for the Japanese Grand Prix. Quite an entertaining race, quite a hectic race to be fair. A few mad crashes on the start finish straight, Dunlop curve, you name it. So as the top 3 celebrate, that has been it from me, Leon, and I will see you, well, Graham will see you next week for ILR6. Next time you'll see me, probably not for this game. So for ILR6, we'll see you next week.